Face detection is a task that used to be very hard for computers to perform and very complicated for people to program. After all, we humans detect faces instantly, even in the strangest places. But how to explain a concept of a face to a computer that sees everything as a very complicated string of numbers? Face detection became much easier when we started using machine learning to teach computers how to do it. Nowadays they do it flawlessly with so little computing power that even your smartphone can do it in sleep mode. Let's use face detection algorithm to teach young students some coding skills in Scratch by creating your own face filter. We can do some funny activities with face detection in a special version of Scratch. You can find it at the address lab.scratch.mit.edu, and it's an experimental version which adds some new extensions, and one of it is face sensing. We can click on face sensing, and now when I click this blue try it out button, the application loads the same editor as Scratch. And as soon as the extension is loaded, you should see the image from your webcam, from your laptop, in the scene window. So I can shut down my camera now. Okay, so to do these activities, we are working in a lab version of Scratch, and we have here added this new category of blocks, face sensing. It has few blocks, but the one that we need the most, that we will be using the most, is this one, go to nose. And if I open the list of parameters, it's nose, mouth, left eye, right eye, between eyes, left ear, right ear, top of head. So parts of my face. This block detects my face and then moves the sprite onto this part of my face. If I activate this block, you see that the cat moves exactly where my nose is. Whenever I click this button, the cat moves where my nose is. And the activity I would like to show you is making some kind of a face filter. As we know and use different types of face filters available usually in social media apps like Instagram, TikTok, Messenger, where we can apply some kind of a modification on the image of our face. We could do something similar here using this face sensing extension for Scratch. So this extension detects where my face is in the image, and when I activate it, it moves the sprite exactly to this part of my face. But I don't want to click it all the time manually. Instead, I will put this into the forever loop and add the green flag on top. And now the cat moves along with my face. So I have face detection activated. The cat will move all the time where my nose is. I want to make some mask on my face. I don't want to have a cat on my face. So to change the cat into something different, I just open the costumes tab. I can delete the cat from here and draw whatever I want. So for example, if it is my nose, let's make it something funny. Let's draw whatever, some kind of a shape over here. And you see I have this purple triangle on my face. Let's change its color to something else. Oh, maybe like this, it will be more visible. And now I have first part of my mask. You see that there is this triangle on my nose, but it doesn't fit properly. So to make it fit more correctly, I can move this costume over here and change its dimensions to make it fit more correctly. But now look, when I'm close to the camera, the mask I added is small, but when I move back, it becomes much bigger. In fact, my face changes its size, but the sprite stays in the same size. So to make it match my face, I will also have to modify its size, and we have a block for that. It's called set size to face size. Now when I move back, The triangle changes the size accordingly to the size of my face. It's too big right now, so I just get back to costumes again and make it a bit smaller. Okay, something like this might be, let's say it fits. And another adjustment I can make is that when I tilt my head, you see that the triangle now stays still straight, even though my head is tilting. And I have this block, point in direction of face tilt. Now now the sprite changes its angle the same way as my face does. It's not perfect, but works usually good enough. As for the scratch up. Okay, this is the first part of my face mask, and to add new elements to it, I suggest simply to duplicate this sprite. Let's duplicate it. Now you see that I have two noses. This one I switch to not nose but left eye. I click green flag to start it again, and now I go again to costumes of the second ghost of this duplicate. I delete it and I can draw something else over here. For example, for this eye, let's change its color. Let's add some stroke to it. Okay. Some more width to the stroke. Whatever you want. It depends on your imagination. And let's add something like okay, I have one eye. Then to add another eye, I duplicate this sprite. I change its tracking to right eye, and I click green flag to start all of these scripts again. And so on and so on. We can add another parts of our mask. Let's add one more. I duplicate the nose. I set it to mouth. I start it. I go to costumes. I delete this nose and I draw something over here. Some kind of a mustache. Okay, and let's say that this is the initial version of my mask. I have two eyes, one nose, and a mustache, and all of these elements are controlled by another sprite. So each sprite has its own script that controls each elements of the mask. This way we could apply different effects on each of these parts. So let me show you some of the visual effects and add-ons and special modification we could add to the elements of our mask. For example, to the nose, let's add something like change color effect by 25. And now it blinks with different colors. Maybe it's too fast, so let's change it to 2. Okay, and now you see that my nose slowly fades its color. For example, to the eye, I could add the effect of rotation. Let's go to motion and turn this sprite 15 degrees. But to make it turning, I have to remove the point in direction of face tilt block, because these two blocks would collide because both of them control the rotation. And now when I add this turn 15 degrees, my eye starts to rotating. Okay, I can add the rotation to the second eye as well. Maybe this one can rotate in a different direction and with like the speed of 10 degrees with its repetition. Okay, and the other modification I can show you is to apply some stop motion animation to our sprite. For example, I can go to my mustache and to costumes. I duplicate this costumes of it, the frames. Let's give it like 4 frames. And let's add some modification to it. Like for example, I will make this one a bit longer. And this one the same, and this one I will erase a bit. Something like this. And like this. And the first frame I will make even shorter. Okay. And now when I go to code and add looks, next costume. When I add the next costume to it, you see that this mustache changes in a kind of a stop motion animation, but it goes too fast. I have to slow it down by adding some weight parameter to it. For example, like weight 0.2 seconds. But now also the tracking is slowed down. So I should put it into another forever repeat loop and activate this one as well. Speed it up a bit, 0.05. And as you can see, now my mustache is also animated. Let's go full screen. So this is my mask. You see, I have 4 elements, 2 eyes, 1 nose, a mustache, and I applied some different visual effects on it. And of course, you and your students can go on with whatever you want, whatever kind of ideas you could put on your face filter, add different elements to it, and have fun.